Our final inductee for this evening is Don Burt.
Horseman, leader, visionary, and above all, gentleman. This is just the short list that describes AQHA past president Don Burt. Armed with his charisma and an enduring smile, the California Horseman has spent most of his life working with horses and working to make a big difference in the world of horses. Don Burt has worn many hats: exhibitor, trainer, judge, author, and leader. His achievements are numerous and his contributions are immeasurable. The story of Don Burt begins in the river bottom of Burbank, California. Here, during the 1930s and 40s, was a haven for horse showing, and Don, along with his father and grandfather, earned their living training horses. During World War II, when gas was rationed, young Don frequently rode his horses over the Hollywood Hills to show. He honed his horsemanship skills with different horses: saddlebreds, harness, polo, jumpers, and stock horses. During those younger years, Don became acquainted with the rodeo cowboys who worked on movie sets. That ultimately led him to a job while he was in high school, galloping racehorses at Marwick Ranch, owned by film legends Barbara Stanwyck and Groucho Marx. Over the years, he trained horses for a cast of Hollywood icons: Richard Widmark, Betty Davis, Jock Mahoney, Debbie Reynolds, Eddie Fisher, Paul Newman, Ronald Reagan, and Robert Taylor. After high school, Don joined the Navy, but there were no ships in this horseman's career. When he was offered the chance to complete his military obligation by performing with the Gene Autry Rodeo, he jumped at the opportunity and he saw the world horseback. After his discharge, while of all places exhibiting at a horse show, Don met a petite beauty named Artis. She eventually became his bride. His daughters, Donna, Marva, and Lacey, literally grew up on horseback. Necessity might be the mother of invention, but adversity is what led Don down a path that would change his life forever. A few years after he and Artis were married, Don encountered a fateful training accident, leaving the left side of his body basically broken. Faced with being in a cast for a year, Don realized he had no way to earn a living except for riding and training horses. It was at this point that Don began to judge horse shows. During his recovery, he also worked with a horse called Frosty, who was a Pacific Coast champion pleasure horse and stock horse. Burt could work at liberty with Frosty, which led to television commercials and their own highly rated children's TV show, Frosty's Farm Club. Don once said in an interview, "When I got hurt, I thought it was the worst thing in the whole world, but it turned out to be the best. It changed the whole direction of my life." As a judge, Don has presided over national and world championship shows for many breeds, including the AQHA World Show 7 times and the AQHYA World Show 3 times. A renowned horseman in several disciplines, Don shares his knowledge as lecturer, video host, and book author. He currently writes the popular On the Rail column for the American Quarter Horse Journal. But Don may be best known for his leadership. He's held pivotal roles with universities, the U.S. Equestrian Team, American Horse Council, USA Equestrian, Pacific Coast Horse Shows Association, and AQHA, becoming the 46th president in 1996. Through his vision, Don has spearheaded efforts to bring reining into international competition through the FEI. In 2002, the fruits of Don's vision and labor resulted in reining becoming the first Western event to be featured at the World Equestrian Games in Jerez, Spain. It was an event fit for royalty. For his contributions, Don recently received the American Horse Publications Equine Industry Vision Award. Currently, he is president of Equestrian Consultants Incorporated, designing equestrian centers for customers throughout the world. Don Burt, a gentleman who has clearly opened doors and changed the shape of the horse industry forever. For all of his contributions, tonight we are honored to induct Don Burt into the American Quarter Horse Hall of Fame.
Please welcome visionary and all-around good guy, Don Burt.
I'm usually not at a loss for words, but being up here and being honored with all of the other inductees kind of makes me a little choked up. And my wife said, be sure you put your glasses on so you can read what you wrote. So I'm going to start off with introductions, and I want to introduce first my best friend, partner, wife, artist. Without her, none of this would have happened. Artie, would you stand up, please? I told her when we got married, I said, life with me will be many things, but it'll never be dull. And it never has been dull. Thank you, sweetheart. Also with us tonight, and I'd like them to stand as I introduce them, oldest daughter, Donna, and her husband, Phil Crum. Youngest daughter, Lacey, and her husband, Alex Callis. Our middle daughter, Marva, couldn't be here tonight. She just is recovering from a back surgery, but she did send her husband, Pat Burt, and family friend, Susan Burrell. We also have Pat's mother and father, which we call the other Burts, Maureen and Jean Burt. And also making the trek, longtime friends back from Las Vegas days with Frosty's Farm Club and a few other things. We've been down many trails together, Olga and Bill Guptill. For me, I've truly been blessed. I've had an angel on both shoulders for all of my life. I rode all kinds of horses, some good ones, some not so good ones. I traveled all over the world. I met with presidents. I was seated with the Queen of Spain in her royal box during the World Equestrian Games. And I've been so fortunate to have just played cowboy my entire career. I'm honored to be inducted with those who preceded me tonight. Where else could a simple horse trainer from Burbank grow up to be president of AQHA and inducted into the Hall of Fame, except for the world's greatest horse and the people that are involved. A very close, old-time, and famous friend of mine told me words that I have tried to live by. He said, Don, it's not the journey itself, but it's the people you meet along the way. And that is the gospel truth. I just want to thank AQHA for all they have done for me, and all of you for what you do for AQHA. I've been, as I said, fortunate to never have worked a day in my life, put in a lot of hours, but never really worked a day. And I continue to do that to this moment. I don't know when I have time to work, but it's been fun all the way along the line. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you all. I am truly honored.